Hi everyone, this is Scott Weidenkivowitz. I'm happy to share my new preset bundle called the Developer Fixer Bath. So what this is designed to be a simple workflow style preset bundle. The reason why I say that is because what this is doing is there's steps 1 through 7, and you can go through and quickly make adjustments to your photographs depending on what you need. So as you can see here, it all starts out with a reset button. And well, first you might notice that there's an explanation point. The reason why I did that is so that it stays at the top of your presets, because you want it to be at the top so that it's the first thing you see in your develop module of Lightroom. And then from here you have a reset button. Now what that is if you ever if you do a change, so let's say I use a black and white preset and I don't like that. Obviously that's a really bad preset for this photograph. With one click you can just reset it all. Instead of going down here, because you're already up here in your presets, so instead of moving your mouse down to the reset button on the bottom right, you can just hit the reset here. So that's a really nice thing. So the next thing I did is I added step one is autotone. So what this will do is just do a quick autotone of your photograph, do some basic adjustments. So if I bring up this basic panel, if I reset this and show you autotone, you can see I did a little bit of a jump. It brought up the blacks a little bit, brought up the contrast a little bit, brought up the exposure. Now this is really just a matter of the Lightroom auto. That's all it's doing. So again, we'll reset this and do again auto. So let's say I go to a different photograph. So you can see that it's going to do something different. Autotone. It brought up the blacks 1, brought up the whites 8, brought up the exposure 0.70, and brought up the contrast 20. Here it is, reset, and here's auto again. And you can see it's different every single time because it's Lightroom automatically deciding what this photo needs. The next thing I might do is the tone curve. Now, I have two different tone curves. Let's open the tone curve so you can see what that does. Right now, it's linear, so it's completely flat. No curve adjustment at all. We're going to add tone curve. It's going to go to the medium curve. Tone curve plus, it goes to the strong contrast. So let's say you already know that you want to auto-turn it and you want it a high contrast. So it's auto-toned and high contrast. Now, let's say you want some clarity and vibrance. So here we have 3. So step 3 has A through D. All right, so it has clarity and vibrance, more clarity, and more clarity. So we can go back to the basic panel so you can see that. What it did, the first one did is it bumped down the saturation, brought up the vibrance, bumped up the clarity, and then next, and then next, and then next. It's going to keep increasing it, subtle and subtle. And you can go backwards if you don't need that much clarity. You can just go backwards and it'll just reverse it. Now let's say you want to skip to sharpening. So we can do sharpening, and we can sharpen it more, and we can sharpen it more, or we can go bring it back a little bit. And then 5, I have here split toning, and then vignetting, and then lens autocorrection. Now, what's really nice is the split toning gives you that sort of that fun nostalgia effect that you enjoy in a lot of photographs. So here is orange blue, here is yellow red, here is red blue, and then orange red. And all of them look very nice. They're all very subtle, and they work really great with this portrait. So let's see, I'm going to stick with the orange blue for now. And this didn't adjust anything else, so I can still go back and I can increase the sharpening without changing anything else if I really wanted to. I can bump up the contrast and the clarity if I wanted to without adjusting anything else. I can just switch the split toning at any point in time. So each preset is only adjusting its specific item. Then here I have a couple vignettes. So number 6 is vignette. So we've got 3 different vignette choices. And they're all very different types of vignettes. And then here is the lens autocorrection. Now, right now I'm using a JPEG. So the lens autocorrection is not going to do its job. But if I hit this, what it does is it actually enables lens autocorrection and will automatically choose the lens profile. If it was a raw file, it would choose that perfectly. Now, I also have the develop preset. So I'm going to reset this and show you. I have 4 different develop presets. The first one is basically 1 through 4, a combination of 1 through 4, and it's subtle. It's not too much. Okay. Then develop plus, it's a little bit increased. So it actually is using more clarity plus, and it's using tone curve plus as well. And we can go back to develop 1. Now, the same thing is with develop black and white. So develop black and white is your basic black and white 1 through 4, and it's using the auto auto tone as well. And then Black and White Plus adds a little bit of clarity, adds a little bit more contrast, things like that. So these are all those. And then, of course, we've got, if you want to test your quickly turn off lens correction, you can just hit that and it just disables it. Now, the reason for this is because when you're processing, if you're doing spot adjustments and whatnot, you would want to turn off lens correction to do your spot adjustments because that'll speed up Lightroom. And then when you're good to go, you can just turn that back on, or just from here, just click it back on again if you wanted to do that. So really this preset bundle is just to get your mind going towards processing a photograph in your workflow in a certain way and get that routine. So you could, if you wanted to, use this in conjunction with Visco keys, set some of these as your keys so that you can hit 1, then you can hit 2, then you can hit 3, and then you can hit 4, and then so on and so forth, however you need it. I'm just going to reset all that so that you have something consistent going on. Now to install these presets in Lightroom, here's what you do. Go to your Lightroom preferences, click on Show Lightroom Presets folder, and then from here, you want to go to Develop Presets, and then you've got all of your presets here. Now all you need to do is you need to find that preset folder that you just downloaded. So here it is, and you're going to drag it to here. And you can see that it's right here, and I've got all my other presets in here as well. So this is how you're going to install it. When that's installed, close and reopen Lightroom and you'll be good to go. They'll show up right here. Thanks for watching this, thanks for checking it out, and thanks for downloading the presets.